Alright, it's Tpull versus Pendy, whoever that is. You get to go first. I'm not used to that. Hello everybody, this is Travis. Welcome to Tpull's Corner. The deck today is called Good Draw, Bad Draw. It's going to be a good draw for us. It's going to be a bad draw for my opponent. We have 4 copies of Union of the Third Path, one of my new favorite cards from Brothers War. So draw a card and gain some life. You can hit me with your 1/1s all you want, buddy. What do we want to do to this person? We want 9 vermin to mill them for 2. What do we get rid of? Brute Suit, which you can crew for only 1, and Nubelgast Beguiler. Okay. In the meantime, reveal your hand. Let's get rid of the Hullbreaker, shall we? And the Brute Suit. I feel good already. I don't know about you guys. I just exiled the Hullbreaker Horror. So he gets to put out the Extraction Specialist, which means he can use that. No, can he use that, or is it that's too expensive, right? Yeah, it's got to be mana value 2 or less. So we did good. Yeah, you bring all your stuff. Pass. I guess we'll just let it die. In the meantime, I don't have a lot of other things, but we can get rid of his stuff, and then we'll be able to cast Hero of the Dunes. And then we can use Hero of the Dunes to go get back our gnawing vermin. It's almost like I planned it. How many of these Hullbreaker Horrors do you have? That's what I want to know. Ha! Mill for 2. That better not be a second Hullbreaker Horror in your hand. Not ready for that. Maybe we could use Soul Partition on it if it comes out. That is an instant. None of my guys fly, so what do you care? It doesn't really matter. Of course he's going to attack. Well, he could block, but he has to use his combat trick. Okay, that's fine. Here, take this. Mill for 2 more. Good. Got rid of another Brute Suit and another Flyer, which is awesome. And we get to attack. And we be done. We don't care about... Oh, hello. Doesn't untap, okay. But we, thanks to our first spell, ended up with more life than you. So if that's what we're going to do, we're going to win that race. He's just going to keep tapping down the Hero of the Dunes, right? I could use 3 more lands. I wouldn't turn them down. That's not a land. It's also not... I don't want to put that down. I want to save that. gonna put a counter on it, isn't he? Aren't you? Nobody cares. You're going down, buddy. Oh yeah. Let them through. Let them through. Let them through. He's gonna do it. He's gonna let them through. Sweet. How sweet it is to beat up on you. He gets another creature and a draw. Gross. It's another land, which means he can afford the Dream Shackle Geist. Oh, never mind. Never mind, he's spending all of them. So if I take the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's attacking with both. Alright, let's move him up. Static net. Give me life. Get rid of a blocker. And add in +2. Alright. Let's go show you the rest of the deck. After we see what card we got. Winged Portent. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. Choose this moment to remind you to like and subscribe, especially if you're new. Subscribe to the corner. It won't hurt you, they'll just let you know when I got a new video posted. Alright, the centerpiece of this really is I have a copy of Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. So if I already have Sheoldred out, there are certain things that will be of advantage to us, such as Union of the Third Path as an instant. Anytime we feel like we need to get the life, we'll draw a card, gain life equal to the number of cards on our hand. That works with Sheoldred. Even though you're only drawing 1 extra card, it's still 2 life when you need it, right? Okay, for the rest of the deck, we've got a lot of 1-drops here. Meticulous Excavation. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. So I'm looking at, I've got 4 gnawing vermins that you can target player mills 2 cards when they enter the battlefield. I can bring those back up to my hand if I've ever got, spare mana. If I've got nothing to do, if my hand's empty, I can burn my mana, bring it back up, and resummon it, and mill them for 2 again. Ashnod's Intervention. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2. You saw I use that just as a regular combat trick, but if it dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. So since I only have 1 copy of Sheoldred instead of 4, I've got some ways in the deck of trying to make sure that I maximize my usage. Hopefully I can wait till I have 5 mana so I can have protection. If they try and either destroy it or exile it, I can just play the intervention on it and save it. So it's basically like having an extra copy of it, right? Dreams of Steel and Oil, also Brothers War card. Target opponent reveals their hand, you get artifact or creature from it, then choose artifact or creature card from the graveyard. Graveyard recursion is like a bigger threat than ever. So yeah, you need something to get stuff out of the graveyard. So I have 2 copies of that. I've got 1 Spectrum Sentinel, protection from multicolored. There are, especially with New Capenna expansion, with Dominaria United, there's a lot of multicolor out there. This guy is like my one single, he's my one single soldier that will keep me alive. It's happened already. 4 Phyrexian Missionaries. Whenever anybody dies, I can bring it, just kick this, bring it from the graveyard to my hand. This gives me up to 4 more opportunities. If they've gotten rid of Sheoldred, I can bring Sheoldred back. Soul Partition. Exile target non-land permanent. As long as it's exiled, the owner may play it. So this is another way I can actually save Sheoldred, by the way. But you might use it to get rid of a token that's really big or something like that. 3 go for the throat removal cards. 1 Shadowrite Priest. Other clerics get +1. Plus, you can sacrifice another cleric and search for a black creature card. So the Phyrexian Missionaries are all clerics. I could sacrifice them if I'm ready for Sheoldred and go get it, or another creature if I need. We have 2 Lords of the Third Path. When it enters the battlefield, you destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. If I'm going up against a heavy artifact or enchantment deck, then I can rebounce them with Meticulous Excavation. In the meantime, you and target opponent each draw a card. I may want to use that if Sheoldred's out in the field. 1 copy of Siege Veteran. This is the update to the the Aspirant card, right, that we could use to summon for 2 and pump everything up. This one also pumps everything up, +1/+1. It costs 1 more than the Aspirant did. So they give you a little extra thing here. Whenever another non-token soldier you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token you see to the right there. And we have one other source of stuff like that. We have Myrel, Shield of Argive, who's a human soldier, and during your turn your opponents can't cast anything, basically. And whenever she attacks, you create colorless soldier artifact creature tokens, which is X is equal to the number of soldiers you control. So it's the exact same type of token artifact creature there as there. So it's all related. We covered Union of the Third Path. We've got 1 Bloodline Culling to get rid of a bunch of tokens, because like Fable is still a thing, right? Or if we want to get rid of a big -5/-5 creature. We have Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. When it deals combat damage to any of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, draw a card. So again, if Sheoldred's out, that's what we call synergy. For removal, we've got another Path to Peril there, or we can pay the cleave cost and get rid of the entire board instead of mana value 2 or less, but it's there for the swarms mostly. And we have 1 Static Net to exile target non-land permanent and give us life. And 1 Board Wipe with Depopulate. We've got this combination of Portal to Phyrexia and Repair and Recharge. So if we do manage to cast Portal to Phyrexia and they get rid of it, we can bring it back with Repair and Recharge. It's a big combo. Usually there are entire decks that are made out of 4 copies of this and 4 copies of that. I do actually have 4 copies of Repair and Recharge, but I got 64 cards already, so I'm not putting more expensive cards in here. I got 1 of these, we're going to use 1 of those. If we need to use Repair and Recharge on something else, we can, like if we want to bring back Meticulous Excavation if we lost that kind of thing. Again, since I only have 1 Sheoldred, and I have 1 way to search for it, here's another way: illicit shipment. So even though we don't have 4 copies, we've got ways to protect it, we've got ways to bring it from the graveyard, we've got ways to search for it. So it's a bit of a force multiplier, they just don't know. And finally we have Hero of the Dunes. When it enters the battlefield, you can get a target artifact or creature card with mana value 3 or less. So that's these 3 rows right there. That's most of my deck that I can get back, right, as far as the creatures are concerned. And then creatures you control with mana value 3 or less get a +1. It's okay to have 64 cards. I've got 2.6 average mana cost. I've got 26 lands, so out of those 64 cards, those 4 extra cards, 2 of those extra cards are lands, and 2 of them are Union of the Third Path, which you draw a card with them anyway, so they replace themselves. So I'm going to 64. That's the deck. I got just a couple of trick lands in there, but it's called Good Bad Draw Bad because Good Draw Bad Draw, because every time I draw it's going to be good. But especially if I get Sheoldred out, it's going to be bad for my opponent. And as with a lot of the things that I do for the decks I create, we actually won that first match without having Sheoldred or searching for it or saving it or anything, which happens a lot. Sometimes it's hard to get out your core concept if you only have 1 copy of it. But for those that are new, we are a free-to-play channel, and we are under an artificial constraint. I have not used my wild cards to craft any cards, so I could have 4 Sheoldreds if I wanted to, but I do not, just because for starters we want to have a little bit of a challenge. Regular Magic is not enough of a challenge for me, so I need to do things to spice it up, create extra limitations to get my creativity going. It helps me with my deck building. But we also want to show people that are new to the game if you're running up against, say, an opponent that has nothing but 4 copies of all the mythic rares in their hand, right? We know they can do that. We've run across those decks. That you can compete, that you can still build a nice deck that works, that has synergy, that's creative, that you can have fun with. And just build your collection naturally just by doing your daily tasks and, you know, maybe getting your 15 wins each day, that kind of thing. Alright, we're going to start with Union of the Third Path. Get some life. Slagstone Refinery. Alright. He's doing some artifact shenanigans. What do we got in here? He's tapped out, right? Okay. That means it's time for Dreams of Steel and Oil. Creature artifact? Ooh, Terizian Mindbreaker. I don't even think I even have one of these yet. When it attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded up. Oh, I need to get me one of those. The other card is the only other choice. Your Ocean Frontliner. They can't use the Unearth on it. And next, for our next trick, Siege Veteran. Our opponent likes the play. It worked out perfectly for us. He can spend time creating Power Stones if he has nothing better to do. And he will. So, what is that, another land? Okay. Union of the Third Path. Because 26 life is not enough. We need more life. Let's spread around the counters. Keep up the pressure. I like Union of the Third Path. It's one of my favorite new common cards from Brothers War. It replaces itself. You just draw a card. Since I've got 4 copies, I'm virtually guaranteed to get one early on for maximum effect. And if he puts out a Portal to Phyrexia, I'm going to be very sad, but we will be able to get rid of one of them. He's at 8. The planes would be 9. He throws away the planes. Static Net. Is this a mirror match? Did he know I have Static Net? What am I supposed to do with this now? I don't have any creatures in there. Do I put down Phyrexian Missionary anyway? Ugh. I'm a little scared to. Just because I know he's got all these Power Stones. Platoon Dispenser instead. Okay. And he can create a creature, right? Okay, but not 2. So, token goes away. Static Net gets rid of the platoon. And now I have Power Stone token. Neener, neener, neener. Oink, oink, oink. Down to 7. Will we make the distance? I already used my Static Net. Scrapwork Cohort. Got some blockers now. Oh, hello. He's gonna make another one. Okay. 3, 4. We can do this, right? Can we do this? I kind of need to get rid of the Platoon Dispenser, don't I? And we'll bring down the other Cleric. No attacks. He's looking at my creatures like he's going to get rid of something. Do I use the... If I have the priest, do I kill this one and go get Sheoldred? It's not a bad idea, but I don't think I'm going to keep both of them. What is... Oh, just tapping those two. We don't care. Oh, by all means, attack with that. No blocks. Come on through. I got 37 life. You are doing it wrong, man. Did that make you feel good, big man? Tokens. Get -2, -2. Yeah, they're going away. I don't think you can save them, can you? Can you pump them up? Do you have a combat trick? Not one you're willing to admit you have. And you know what else we can do? Let's get rid of Hall of Tags. You can make another, you can make one last one. There you go. Have fun with that. Let's go get a swamp. That thins out our deck a little bit. I'm assuming they'll get a second plains. There we go. And we're done. This is a mirror match. They have Meticulous Excavation. They can bring him back up. They can bring him down, get another creature token going. Guaranteed extra 1/1 every turn. A little bit of a blocking situation. 3, 4, 5. Let's just get rid of that because you can't. Oh, it's shoot, non-artifact. Okay. I don't need the life gain, right? We're gonna sacrifice our cleric. We've got 3 more in the deck somewhere, right? Let's go get another creature. Let's go get Sheoldred. Right onto the battlefield. We'll get rid of the 1/1 that he created right away. No, he's going to take the 1 point of damage. We're not worried until he takes off 14 more of our life points. So what do we care? And we've got 4 creatures out now, so we're not even scared if he gets out a Portal to Phyrexia. In the meantime, if we get one, we can actually full cast it right now. Down to 1 life point. Shadowrite Priest combined with Phyrexian Missionary got me Sheoldred, just like I mentioned in covering the deck. Worked out awesome. You're gonna die with a lot of Power Stone tokens. He with the most Power Stone artifacts wins. You're still gonna die. Just in the game, not in real life. It's just a game death. It's all good. And he knew it. There's just no way to get around Sheoldred's pain the next turn, even if he could survive a full-on attack. And that's how we get Sheoldred out. Who helps us win? Let's go ahead and do one more. We're going to push our luck. I say push our luck because I've been winning a lot with this deck tonight. The worm shall turn at some point. Not putting anybody down right now. Want them to reveal themselves. Artifacts, okay. We're going to get some life. We got lots of land. Relic of Legends. 2 Relic of Legends. Okay. Let's go back to one of those. And let's mill you for 2. See what else you're hiding in there. Vohar and a Plaza of Heroes. Okay, so lots of legendary. So are we playing with a Joda deck or just artifacts?
Power belongs in the hand. Innovation has no limits.
Portal to Phyrexia. So he's probably got a repair and recharge. Which means we need our graveyard eliminator. 2 chances out of 53. We could be in trouble. Because this isn't going to do any good till we get something else in the graveyard. They made sure to deal me the single most worthless card in my entire deck situationally at this present moment. Thanks a lot. My opponent is tapped out. Are you thinking about attacking me? What is going on here? Alright. First, before we do anything else, we attack.
What a pathetic attempt
And now,
to stop me.
we kick the missionary. And we bring her back to our hand, and you're going to lose the Relic of Legends next turn. Or do we hold on to it for a repair and recharge? I think we hold on to it. Hey, speak of the devil! Repair and recharge. They killed my stuff. They still have a Tezzeret Planeswalker out there. You little
My
pukes.
next breakthrough is close.
So that means they probably have 4 of these and 4 of these. Alright, blah 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 blah. So you should know this is coming. Get rid of you. And we can bring you down. And they already have the second repair and recharge. Did I mention that's a very common combo? Repair and recharge and Portal to Phyrexia. Did I say that? Did I mention that at the start of this?
Limit.
Did I mention we've been winning a lot and we were due for something to change? Yeah, if you like the repair and recharge Portal to Phyrexia combo, look, they have their own Sheoldred too. We're all playing with Brothers War cards tonight, aren't we? Oh, and I get a land. Oh, that's going to be real useful. Is he going to take one of mine? He's got 4 of my creatures to choose from. I do have this Plaza of Heroes I can use to save mine. But he threw away Sheoldred, so he's probably... No, he's going to bring back one of his? One of mine? I don't have anything to destroy. He's not an enchantment. But he's got chump blockers against the Planeswalker for days. And he just hardcasts a second Sheoldred. Because he has 4. Because he has every mythic rare there is.
Results. Keep working.
Mythic rare Tezzeret, mythic rare Sheoldreds, mythic rare Portal to Phyrexias. I did mention that we can take these guys, right? Yeah, well, if I didn't have this card show up a little too early. If I had 2 more lanes in my own portal, we could have a battle. That would be fun. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exile. I can play lands and cast spells. Could take some of their fun away from them, but I really, really need another Lauren, especially against stuff like that. We're gonna die so hard. And it's a land. I drew a land. One land. Alright, this is all we got to do. We're gonna pay... Let's see, we pay 7 and then we did 3, 4, 6, 7. Do we just pay the 1? Discard this because it's not doing me any good. A Sheoldred! Sweet! I got my own Sheoldred. Isn't that lovely? Too bad he's got a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger over there. Everything offsets, right? Whenever he draws, he's going to gain 2 life and lose 2 life. Same for me. I'm going to gain 2 life and lose 2 life. Alright, whenever an artifact becomes tapped now, he gets to draw a card. Ugh. Things just got really worse for us. I don't have anything to destroy 4 artifacts and enchantments right now. Did he just channel that only? Why wouldn't you use that just to exile my guy completely? Oh, because it returned it under its owner's control. You're going to get a second one. You don't have Mirror Box, so he'll just get to keep 1, but he stripped it away from me at least. That's good. That's clever. Now what are you doing? So sacrifice Vohar to bring back Sten to make artifacts cheaper. Do you still have expensive artifacts right now? How much can you? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could cast anything in the deck. You can cast anything in the Brothers War expansion by now. You don't need... Why did he even bother? Oh, here's one you don't normally see. 3, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 lands. I need 9. I'm not gonna last. That's not a land. Four, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, he can kill me this turn just by bum rushing with everybody.
Is close.
I could make one of my guys hexproof and indestructible. But then I wouldn't be able to use Portal to Phyrexia. Which it doesn't matter at this point. He's got way too many creatures. And I'm not sure why he bothered to save the others. I can get rid of him now. I think he's just playing with me. Come on. I really just wanted to see if the next thing's going to be a land. Oh, he has his both right. It's a tapped land. It's a tapped land. He's using my combo against me, Sheoldred and Lauren. He's using my stuff against me now. So for a good example of my deck, I refer you to my opponent's deck. That's good. Yeah, how's that for a demonstration? Let me show you how Sheoldred works by having my opponent with 4 Sheoldreds put his out and take my creatures that I had. They work well with Sheoldred. That was the bad draw for me. Good draw, bad draw. Sometimes it's you get the good draw. Sometimes the draw is bad for you. We're going to do one more. I assume that was my mandatory loss due to all the wins I had earlier tonight. I decided to stick with what I had. I didn't make any changes to my deck while I was playtesting. I liked what I had. 2 interventions up front. That's not the most ideal, but we do have Sheoldred already, so I do kind of like that. And Azusa's Many Journeys works for them, never works for me, but they had it work just perfectly right off the bat for them. And we got rid of a Hullbreaker Horror already, which is awesome. I feel good about that. We won last time we did that, right? Yeah. Alright. You can come out. You can get buffed up. No attacks. In case the Jewel Thief wants to come at us. There we go. Get rid of that Jewel Thief now. Do you have a way to save it? Return it to its owner's hand. Okay. I'm hoping you can't stop this then. Sweet. What do we want to do? Let's do white. Let's pump up the Siege Veteran. Let's attack with Sheoldred. They take the damage. They don't fall prey. I was hoping they would double block. But you know what? Getting a free hit for 5 points of damage, I'll take it. Oh, it's going to return it. Did he get rid of Besiege? Wow. Yeah, you can come on through and hit me. I'll take that. I'm just going to bring that puppy back down again. No attacks. I'd like to think time is on my side. Sludge Monster. Not cool. Not cool, man. Or how much are they going to bring through here? Just 6 points, right? so we get that back. Static net to take away the sledge monster. Gives me 2 life. Back up to 20. Got unprotected, or got, I should say, got untapped land so I can keep Sheoldred protected. But he's got a nice little army built up already. And a flyer. And lots of mana. We gain 2 life. Woohoo! You're not gonna block me. He is gonna block me. You lost a creature. He was willing to do that, huh? Here we go. Lose 2 more life. This card has to save him, right? It gets worse from here. He threw away a second Besieger, which is usually the thing that kills us. Oh, sure, come on through. No blocks. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do have the vermin there. Kick it! Bring it down. Mill 'em. Ooh, good. They got rid of prize fight. Oh, that's good. 4, 5, 6. Yes. Attack. Double block this time. Woohoo! Finally. Ashnod's intervention. You guys die. I get to save my guy. Which is actually a girl, I think. Something like a praetor is with that kind of torso. Is that part of her body? Did that come out of what she had for dinner? I'm not sure. They're tapped out. No attacks. Oh, they can gain 3 life each turn now. Or draw a card. They choose to gain the life. Still hitting me for 2 overhead. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. What do we want to do here? Don't see. Okay, so let's go look for something. Let's go search for a card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can hard cast Portal to Phyrexia next turn if I want to. Sweet. We're going to add in a lifelink here. We'll attack with both of those. Do you double block Sheoldred? And take 4. You're going to double block the Phyrexian Missionary. I feel like that was also a mistake. Because of that. Oh, we didn't get to do our own portal though. Oh man, maybe I should have just attacked with Sheoldred alone to play with him a little bit. You know, the games usually are over before I can cast the portal. That'll change as I get more of them and I make decks specifically configured to help it out. We'll have more Power Stones in those. What card did we get? Calamity's Wake. Excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and show you off the deck one more time. I think that's a good sampling of our capabilities. Plus, you got to see something I can't get to yet because I don't have 4 copies of Portal to Phyrexia, right? You got to see the On the opponent's side, the Repair and Recharge and Imported Phyrexia combination, if you haven't seen that yet. So, but yeah, we've got to see most of the rest of it, right? Dreams of Steel and Oil, I'm a big fan of. Ashnod's Intervention is worth its weight in gold as far as this particular deck configuration is made. You saw our Gnawing Vermin milled away some really key cards at very specific points. Spectrum Sentinel, maybe you weren't so impressed with, but if you'd seen me blocking like 3/3 and 6/4 multicolored red and white creatures earlier, you would be really a fan of this guy. Phyrexian Missionary, of course, we used. Soul Partition is kind of cool. Go for the Throat didn't help us out the one time because it was artifact creatures only. So maybe if you're going to change things up, maybe not have 3 of these, maybe have one of them be a different type of removal. That's possible. Let's see. Shadowrite Priest was great. Lauren was great when we had her. We made good use of Siege Veteran. Union of the Third Path didn't really show up that much last time. That was kind of interesting. The only card that really didn't show up so far was Path of Peril. I think we managed to show almost every other card tonight except for Path of Peril. So we're going to leave it there. This has been Travis for Tpull's Corner. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments if you think it should be something different here or if you like what you see. Remember to like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time with a different deck. Thanks. Have a good one.